Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Travel Plays YouTube channel. Today is Monday, December 30th, and we've got one game to look at on Monday Night Football. Sunday slate was okay. Had some good games, had some dud games. The dud games that I thought were going to be duds were actually pretty good, besides the fourth quarter in the Raiders game. Had a couple good games in the mid-slate, and then the Packers, came back on the Vikings, made a little entertaining in the fourth quarter. But other than that, you know, just your average, typical NFL Sunday. Had a pretty good day, 3-1. Let's talk about those games before we go on to the Monday Night Football pick. Panthers plus 8.5 looked really good in the first two drives. Buccaneers scored, Panthers scored. That's what I was looking for from the Panthers the entire game. 14-27 at half. Panthers miss a field goal going into half. Buccaneers come out and score immediately. Baker Mayfield, unbelievable. 300 plus yards, 5 touchdowns in the game. Unstoppable. Jalen McMillan benefited from a couple of those touchdown passes, 50-plus yards, 2 touchdowns, picked up a win there. Vikings money line did hold off the Packers, then 2-0 on the player props, finished with Josh Jacobs' touchdown in the second half. Came out at minus 145. I was actually kind of surprised it was that low, so I just went ahead and played the minus 145. I'll take that every day and on Sunday. Let's move on to the Monday Night Football game. We have the Lions going up against the 49ers. Is not going to be your normal pick. I'm going to take the Lions. I think they're going to win this game because we have a monster matchup set for Week 18. Vikings going up against Lions. I think the Vikings will be the away team. I think the Lions have a home. No, I don't know. I might be wrong on that. I think the Vikings might be the home team. It doesn't matter. That game's going to decide the 1 seed. And I know if you're a Lions fan, you're sitting there thinking, we are finally good. You were good last year, but you're finally an elite team in the NFL. You're 13 wins in. Week 17, probably going to get your 14th win here, and you're still going to be fighting for the 1 seed in your own division. Not just the conference, in your own division. You're probably upset, but there's also another way to think about it. You've been horrible for decades, and you have 13 wins, maybe 14 after this, playing for a 1 seed and a conference 1 seed. So there's 2 ways to look at that if you're a Lions fan. I know it probably sucks because you're so good right now, but that game, Week 18, everything's on the line against the Vikings. You win, you're the number 1 seed. You lose, you're the number 5 seed. In this game, though, I think the Lions will take care of business. I'm going to go over 27.5 team total. The 49ers defensively have been an absolute wreck over the last several games. They are not competitive this season. You want to talk about teams that had a down year. San Francisco has been dreadful this season. They've had all the weapons in the world, but they're all injured. And people that say running backs don't matter, this team heavily relies on the running backs, and all of their running backs have been hurt over the last several games, including Christian McCaffrey for most of the season. The Lions, I think they're going to dominate in this game offensively. The defense just has to get a couple stops. I do think they're going to be able to do that. But I'm going to take the Detroit Lions here, team total over 27.5 points. Ben Johnson going to drop some crazy plays, and it's really hard to pick anybody for the Lions for their player props because, everybody can touch the ball, whether it's a tight end, wide receiver, running back, or even the offensive lineman getting in on the action. So we're going to stay away from the Lions player props today. We've got 2 player props we are going to look at that I think will cash. The Detroit Lions this season on paper, they've been good. They've been a really good defensive team. They're top 10 in the NFL this season in scoring defense. They are also top 5 in rushing defense. So we'll probably stay away from the running back, whoever does go out there for the 49ers in this game. They've got everybody injured. The 49ers this season, they have been banged up everywhere, not just at the running back spot, but also defensively and with their wide receiver core. So this is going to be a tight end play. George Kittle, over 67.5 receiving yards. He has been the go-to guy for most of the season for Brock Purdy. Last 3 games, he's had 6+ catches and over 100+ yards in 2 of those 3 games. He's had 4 games above 80+ yards in 4 of the last 6. So I do think he is going to continue to be a dominant force in this offense for the 49ers. The Lions this year, the rushing defense has been very good. The passing defense has not been very good. And they're also dealing with a ton of injuries on the defensive side. I think George Kittle is going to be a big play here for Brock Purdy to throw to. And we're also going to take Brock Purdy to go over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Brock Purdy is playing for his life in these last 2 games. He's going to either get paid this offseason or the 49ers are going to let him walk. Now, they might not let him walk. They might just give him a discount rate, and Brock Purdy will take that money if he can't get anything else. But this was a season Brock Purdy had to just put up the same or similar numbers as last year. He would get paid. He hasn't been as good as last year. He's doing the best he can with the weapons that he has, but his numbers over the last couple of seasons have been elevated because of the players around him. This year, they haven't had Christian McCaffrey. Deebo Samuel dropped off a cliff. No Brandon Ayuk. so his numbers are a little bit down. So I do think he's going to have a good day here going up against the Lions. Going to take him over 1.5 passing touchdowns. He did throw for 2 touchdowns going up against the Dolphins in the last game, 300-plus yards. He's thrown 2+ touchdowns in 2 of the last 3 games. Again, he is playing for a contract. Back-to-back games, he's got to string something together. I think he will play well in this game. I just don't think it's going to be enough. The Lions are just that good of a team. So give me Brock Purdy as the final player prop, over 1.5 passing touchdowns as the play. For the recap, we're taking the Lions team total over 27.5 points. George Kittle over 67.5 receiving yards, and then Brock Purdy over 1.5 passing touchdowns as the final play. Guys, it's going to do it for the NFL plays and props for Monday, December 30th slated games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please share dropping this video and subscribe channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.